younger faces of the Polish scene that he's brought up alongside him, they've been playing some really good Counter-Strike of late. It felt like they've just really gelled in this season, taking some big wins, taking some big moves, and made themselves a real contender.
Yeah, they were on a bit of a bad streak a few weeks ago, but of late, it's looked brilliant. They've only dropped a few series, and those are against reasonably good names. I guess Coalesce would be the weakest of those, but a chance to right some wrongs. Winner of this into the grand final. A one-way ticket to Melbourne should they win that tomorrow. And Ancients, the battleground, we're going to kick it off on.
Sobol. Bit of a creak on this one. He's going to be able to withdraw in towards Donut, but they've taken this space. The rotations are swift out from HONORIS, but they're not going to be able to deny the bomb plant at the very least, so that's already a bit of success. Cap E, forward position, can't capitalize, and oh my goodness. That's a clean sweep to get back into a pistol take. maNkz, he was not supposed to be the only defender, and he was not set up for it at all. 3 kills for Sammy. The bomb defuse, and Taz showing some appreciation.
Indeed. Taz had the flashes for the retake. They never needed them. Go into Temple, find all the frags. And, yeah, all the hard work ECSTATIC did to get the site, do a wide bomb plant, and try and take into Temple was to ill effect. So not a lot of results. But still, it is a bomb plant. That's the good news. That's going to ensure a decent investment into this one. 4 Galils in the mix. queenix drops onto that a maNkz to enable some much needed utility, and we know how scary these rounds can be. Bit of presence shown. As ECSTATIC make the call, it's going to be a B round. Bomb is over, 3 players. queenix still has a full belt of utility. So consider what control to go in for. And HONORIS, they're committing to a double cave setup. There could be a lot of jewels taken here in the near future. Sammy peeks right into the angle. maNkz there for the trade. lunAtic, 2 kills. Bomb is dropped. This is not looking good at all now for ECSTATIC.
No, not in the slightest. Nice flashbang.
Oh,
Ryko. Okay, we're just gonna forget about that one. That was
We weren't on board for it. We didn't see it.
No. Erase the tapes. Erase the tapes. All's well that ends well. But nothing really doing for ECSTATIC into that round. Very little impact so far. 1 kill across 2 rounds. Little to bring into this one. Is about as wrong of a foot as you could start out on for the Danish squad. So, great start for HONORIS' CT side. Money building, all the guns they could possibly want, utility galore. They don't have any SMGs in this round, which you'd almost like to, because money. But, provided they don't drop these rifles, big provided, should be okay. Pressure towards the B side. That's going to be pretty straightforward. 1, 2, 3. Found lunAtic. Oh, he's so good. The 4th taken. And that was a great hold from lunAtic. Pressed into a bit of an awkward spot. Bit of a dangerous situation. He just stands up strong. Not a one of those bullets could have been wasted.
And for those out of the loop, lunAtic came in as in-game leader. He's calling for this squad. It's not Taz, as I think a lot of people would suspect, just by looking at the names on paper. It is lunAtic. He's got that mantle on his shoulders as well. And he's off to a zinger of a start. Sobol and Taz haven't even seen anybody yet. And lunAtic's got 8 kills.
maNkz. Trying to find some context. One of the things that I will say that could potentially bode poorly for ECSTATIC is yesterday a huge piece of their success was individuals playing positions beautifully and winning fights, right? You had Kabi very aggressively into angles. You had queenix locking down sides. You had Kragan holding flanks. maNkz very aggressive as well. And if you don't win those initial engagements, life becomes a lot more difficult, especially on a map like Ancient. lunAtic. lunAtic and Cavi
He
gonna
has
have
got
a
an
duel
angle.
off here. Bit cheeky. Oh, the smoke fade. Oh, what a flick from lunAtic. Cavi should have had him dead to rights. He had no business coming out on top of that exchange.
Well, when he was out so wide, it looked like a done deal. Taz under pressure. Smoke is good, though, from his teammate. And look at this lean from HONORIS. It's correct, though. 4 in defense. They're in the right place at the right time. Taz is an awkward spray, but there's so many defensive players to get past. And wow, what a cleanup in the end for HONORIS.
That's an excellent call. Taz heard the footsteps tick his Molotov. Kraken tried to get ahead of the molly, right, to catch a player off. So he hears that tick of the Molotov in towards Donut, calls for the smoke, that goes down, and then the rotation as well. It's great reaction, great response from an HONORIS. I can feel the excitement creeping in here for Swelder. He was telling us the tale of how this could be. This veto was set up the HONORIS win. Big fan of the Polish CS. So he's gonna be happy with the start.
CS. We're all fans of Polish CS. We I don't know. I feel deprived for the last, I don't know, it's honestly half a decade, I guess, since we've really had an elite level Polish team. But no, I want to see them back on top.
The one thing I will say, the one advantage to not having a top-end Polish team is that the Cattle crowd is banging because they don't have a country team to necessarily support. And I think the absence of that contender makes it that way. But the flip side is, holy cow, that crowd would go ham if they had a hometown team make it all the way through to the end. Oh, lunAtic is under pressure. He's got players all around and he knows it. Really awkward spot. His team couldn't get the kills. Make it viable for him. Clean up. Coming through, though. Sobol. Early find. Taz contributing as well. It's all into Salazar, and he cannot crack this goose egg. Not in this round.
Such a clean start. Such a clean start. Very few holes in this defense. Nice to see Sobol and Taz getting some action after seeing nothing on A for the first few chunks.
That's my ideal situation when I'm playing CS, is just let me be a site anchor and have them never hit the site and everybody else kills everybody every round.
That is, that's how Counter-Strike works. That's how you coach, actually. So you've revealed all the secrets.
There you go. Just kill everyone. I don't have to do anything. Easy.
Oh, it's a good nade. This Kraken creeps his way up real close. And he's found a gap. Oh my lord. He's in behind and they have no idea.
So much space. This has to be the round now. He's going to press in towards A. This is the heavy site for HONORIS, and they press forward into A main, which is perhaps the one response they really could do. They're aware. They're aware. But Kraken, so much damage. It's lethal. Raiko somehow gets away from that with an even situation. This is a miraculous recovery for HONORIS. Gives them a chance to fight into this round, but look at this play from Cabby. He could get caught from lunAtic. Oh, there it is. lunAtic seen. He knows he's got Cabby in the corner, but if Cabby just doesn't peek, it's going to take so much time. Sammy knows he can't really rotate off of this. Bomb's going to go down. lunAtic's elected to give up the control. Favor of playing towards the site. Sammy knows he has this play in the corner. And it doesn't matter. Cabby's quicker on the trigger. All of the lunAtic. He's been playing like a lunAtic so far.
He doesn't. Oh, he has one now. He has one now.
He does. He has one. Tap on the bomb. No utility to cover this off. Just gonna have to fight it. I think they spotted him. Come off, maNkz. Good to finish it. Only lunAtic's third death, but it's what's required to finally get ECSTATIC on the board.
Oh, they're belabored. If they catch the player sneaking their way into the red room there, 1 second earlier on the flank, and that could have worked. Okay, well, first round recovered. Not a lot of money in the bank to speak of, so needs to capitalize upon this, but they kept HONORIS' cash so low. And of course, they didn't have a lot of loss bonus. So important round. Pressure on the new in-game leader, maNkz, to make a good call.
Oh, Sammy. Doing a lot of damage, but he's going to lose in the total exchange, and that's an exchange that ECSTATIC are happy to make. Utility very limited here on this retake, but no one's watching. For Reiko to just go around the world. He knows he's got Queenix stuck. Kragen's all the way in towards mid. Can't help out his teammate. It's a really tough spot for Queenix, and he's not going to be able to withstand the pressure. Kragen was trying to control the rotation, but he just lost his teammate so dang quickly. Now it's about the lineup on this bomb. Tick reveals his spot. Taz maybe forcing that issue just a wee bit. But the spam battle is on in plenty of time.
Kind of an odd engagement, isn't it? Because handing over a gun with a magazine in it is actually the biggest thing Taz has done in that engagement. Okay. HONORIS fight right back. Big B hold. And now some questions to ask about this T-side economy. I guess the money is really on the brink. Actually, no, it's only maNkz that's a little bit worse for wear. Queenix could even drop an ult for Salazar if they're so inclined. And the AUG is out on Sobol. I feel like we need to see more AUG. It's got to be the gun for the moment, right? With the changes.
I like this camp path.
Maybe this ancient pick was a bridge too far.
Ew.
Where are we? Where are we?
Oh.
I wish it was like 14-3 and I could make that joke, but I had to just get in there.
I mean, the reality of Ancient is this round's going to tell us a lot. But if ECSTATIC can win here, it's very much still a game.
I need some Salazar. He was so good yesterday, of course. Long way to go here on Ancient, but...
This is first op, I think.
Oh, yeah, probably, yes. Their money's been a mess so far.
Tickling lunAtic's shins. Give him the big itchies. Flashbang should bait some sort of a response out of this. Doesn't actually hit. Just trying to give his utility away. Knows he might die in this fight. Wants to set up this take. Oh, here's the aggression coming through, but Queenix wins it. Now they've got confirmation that the op is here. Do they want to press in? They've spent a lot of utility to get here. They've got the man advantage. They've got two players quite low. 40 seconds. Time started to become a concern. Kraken controls mid, but they're not going to feel comfortable rotating on towards A, so it does seem like this B take is going to be the ticket. Another smoke on to allow the bomb to cross out. They're still going to challenge the AWP. They're going to challenge these sight lines. That's risky, but there's Salazar getting his trade. They need to get this bomb down. But the walk through smoke. Oh, maNkz, that was bold. That's going to cost. Tabby has to win this. Has to win this, but the drive-by. Sobol. The AUG's not supposed to do that. That's not how that gun's supposed to be used. Kragen. 1 and 2. 2 players there. He's got the first, but the fire. Too much for him to overcome. Great retake from HONORIS. A very important round, and they stay steady. They stay rock solid in it, and Taz likes that skin better.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. These rounds have... I mean, as much as the scoreline is convincing, the rounds have been so close for HONORIS. They barely had any money after giving up that 1 to ECSTATIC. And let us not forget, ECSTATIC's map pick is probably their favorite map. And, I don't know, something needs to change. Some more pauses maybe could be very helpful as maNkz needs to get on top of how they're approaching this T side.
Look how little utilities left here for HONORIS. Taz has a molly. Reiko has a smoke. Otherwise, it's just a couple of flashes on those players. Means that this late round could be tough. They're going to have nothing for the retake if that happens. So HONORIS, they need to be good on the fights. They have been. To be fair, quite incredible. And it seems like once again, the inclination here is to end B. This presence in towards mid maybe enables a push, but Reiko's watching for it. But they're going to have to chance Sammy's up. In the meantime, maNkz just goes flying in an individual maneuver out towards Donut, and he gets caught, but that's a huge kill. Now this opens up the pressure on towards the B side. They have to abandon the boost. They have to withdraw. Okay, that's a cleanup for Sobol. Looking good. Some of these fights flying into the angles. Bomb likely to be planted with the guys of this smoke, but Sammy's found a gap, and he's found a booty shot, too. He's peeping. He's peeking. And now this 1v4 for Cabby is a tough ask. Bomb will be allowed. No utility to push him off of it, but staying alive afterwards. Dancing around this totem pole. That's a different story. He's out in the open, just committing to the off angle. Committing to the fight and dinked immediately. He is exterminated.
lunAtic's on one. He had a monster start, didn't he? It was 8-0. It was 8-0? He had a start.
He was 11-3 at one point.
Oh, that's crazy. Sammy's also having a pretty good game as well. And Sobol, for me, is probably who I'd have thought was going to be the best player on this team. He was it? My brain. Whistler Krakow was the team he was on last year and had a lot of good results. And it felt a little bit surprising given all the roster moves in the Polish scene and, of course, a team like Nine of coming together that he wasn't in that mix because he felt to me like such a good player. And it's really nice to see him back on a stable home. HONORIS is looking good. And I want to see if Sobol can grow into being a star player that at times I felt he could be. Oh, still an AWP for Salazar. Back on the Galil.
He hasn't really done anything, has he? Such a focal point player for us yesterday.
I think Cabby yesterday was the best for T entries.
Yeah.
If I recall. He was like quite an aggressive leaning player. And clearly he's been tasked with a lot of this B control on this map, but so far, not getting a lot of clean engagements. There's only one B. Only lunAtic here. He's got a lot to do.
Yeah, they're coming through. They don't have the utility to make a second feint. This is just a straight up play. So it's going to be a retake on for HONORIS. 5-on-5, not appetizing. Bomb will be planted to boost up over. That's cheeky from Cabby. Nice bit of movement to get up there. And a kill found. The money's not actually great for HONORIS despite the scoreline. They could think about this save pretty quickly.
I think pulled the report already. I'm surprised they're sticking around. I mean, Sammy's got money, but time is going to become a huge problem. It's such a wide plant. And I'm not sure that smoke really helps, does it? Because all the sightlines are still there to crossing to the actual bomb itself. And there they go. ECSTATIC finally getting another on the board, and Cabby's entry is the start of that.
What a way to do it. Just empty sight, full inroads, fast play, straightforward B take. No ability to have impact on the round for HONORIS. They made a bit of a gamble early on, and it cost them.
So good for ECSTATIC to keep around clean as well. They just lose 4 players and immediately put back on pistols. It's so hard to get anything going on this T side. Are they going to favor a B round again? Looks like Kraken is lining up a fast window smoke. There it goes. Zooming over the top. Love to see those lineups. You should learn them at home. They're a nightmare, actually, Mike. They're so hard to line up.
lunAtic, I think, is probably a little frustrated about how that last one played out, especially considering the map he's been having. No chance to have impact into the round. Gonna play Jaguar here instead. Shifting the look around. Crack could be under pressure here. But this is, again, going to be a straightforward B play. This has been rinse and repeat the strategy for ECSTATIC. And once again, they've been allowed in towards the site. But this time, Sammy exacts a high cost. lunAtic can't deny the ball, but he can deny the round. Kraken completely out of position, 1v4. I'm surprised he's even thinking about going for this. I'm amazed they're not on the bomb right now. There's the tap, there's the chick, there's the spam back the other way. Just too many crosshairs on the other side.
I think where the money would have been at with ones. Would have been nice for Cabby's sake. Yeah, maybe he should have saved. But, This T side is starting to fall very flat once again. They had a little bit of a revival for one round. The lunAtics look good. Samies look good. HONORIS. Their retakes are really nice, actually, in a lot of these rounds. I know that these last few have had quite big advantages, but overall, they seem to be on the same page, throwing the pistol as well. Well oiled, I guess is the way to phrase it for HONORIS so far.
Oily indeed.
Greased up.
Finally, a
How we
different
like
look for
it.
ECSTATIC. That is how you like him, isn't it, Alan? This is finally a different look for ECSTATIC, doing something other than just hitting B with Kragan and mid.
Anybody who's listened to all our casts the last few days is going to be painting quite a picture of what my life is like.
It's the wild world of Alan Hender. We're optioning the rights to Netflix right now, folks. Pressure on for Taz. Not going to be able to win that one. Finally, pressure applied to Taz. Now they've spotted Ryko in towards mid. Careful not to give up that kill. He's fortunate that the op shot wasn't on.
Sobol needs help. Ryko's here. Samy's in towards CT, but that smoke's going to take him out of the game for now. Molly
is so far away.
Molly is not really on the plant, and I think they can still get it. It's so awkward, but bomb can be planted, and they have donut control. And look at the flank.
Sobol just gonna completely sledgehammer his way through. He's been dropped, but now they need Cabby to get closer. Cabby and Kragan, they're both just gonna be playing from donut. This is not great positioning. They're gonna be taken out of this round with smokes. Better hope they know their lineups, because this defuse is coming through. Actually, they're ahead of it. They just want to fight. This is madness. The last player spotted Cabby. He's being chased, and he knows it. He's just trying to buy time, trying to buy seconds, and he's not got it. lunAtic enough time for this defuse, but only just.
Heck of a try. Give him credit. He had a molly or even a nade or something. Maybe could have extended that a tad longer. Sobol. He just swings with no nades out from Temple. Instant kill on 2 players. I thought at first a flashbang had come over, but I don't think it did.
No. He just swung.
Wow.
Ecstatic with these really distant lurks, right? In rounds where it's a 5v4, it's not like you assume that there's going to be a save and a cleanup here. I don't love them. We've now had 2 rounds where just the last player was not close enough to really help out their team.
Yeah, but I feel like the players on site are dying too fast. It's
also true.
5, they have map control, they have an open plant, they have donut control, and Sobol hit some zingers. But should he have ever been presented the chance? Should there not have been nades flying into Temple? I don't know. ECSTATIC need to rethink these after plants, and at least Salazar a little bit quiet this half, but he's granted them an entry this time.
It's only his 3rd kill. Only his 3rd kill. We questioned consistency. That's what we wanted to see coming into this, and it's anything but. I mean, maybe it's just Ancient. We didn't see their Ancient yesterday. So this could be a bit telling for why HONORIS wanted to pick into it. But it has looked, frankly, abysmal. Sammy, get a bit cheeky. Won't overstay his welcome. But it does mean that Kragan's going to be in a powerful spot for the late. Taz is going to be flanking him, but Kragan might be around the corner before Taz actually gets into the angle. Oh my goodness, Kragan. He's got the spot and none of the shots, but Cabby will only have 1. My goodness, this is falling apart. What on earth, Alan? That was the most powerful flank.
I don't have... Don't ask me for an explanation of what we've just seen.
That should have been ECSTATIC's round every day of the week.
Oh,
the first player,
Lord.
CT, should have had 1 and a minimum 2, maybe. And then the second swing through should have had 2. What is happening?
There's a higher power that doesn't want ECSTATIC to win this map, clearly. There's been so many close rounds. And a lot of them coming down to after plants. ECSTATIC are getting the sites in good situations. It feels like HONORIS are quite willing to sit back and cede ground. But I don't know what's going wrong. A few more pauses, I think, would have helped, because this might already be too far gone with Modern Ancient with the changes. Taz is wide in the open. Awkward exchange. Ryko, half blind, gets 1. Cabby's found a kill elsewhere on the map. This is absolute madness as Kragan retains that advantage for ECSTATIC.
Sobol God, he's been
Oh
good.
my
He's been
God.
so good. It's insane. They just cannot get A. Sobol's always waiting. He's always ready. And this time he finds 3. That AUG, I mean, Sobol, I think, is going to bring it back into meta just by himself.
Doing God's work at the moment. Go A, you meet Sobol. Go B, you meet lunAtic. So it's a bit of
It's insane.
Sophie's choice in the end.
And then Samy's hunting all over the map.
Yeah.
Ryko locking down. I mean, Taz doesn't even have to do anything.
No, he's just playing in towards Donut. Like,
He's just
guys,
the
I've
early
got
warning
the
system
nades,
for
guys.
Sobol. He's just there to let Sobol know which way to turn and click. Taz, not going to be the one waiting around this time. He gets aggressive, but now they've got deep mid control.
This half has been so fast as well.
Yeah, it has.
It's been 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and we're on round 15.
Sammy, first contact. lunAtic burned out. Dropped, flashed. The flank's going to be on quickly, but they've got the site. That's the important part. Cabby tried to get his cheeky surf boost again.
I need to get this plant in.
Though. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ooh. maNkz somehow finds that. Salazar, no more, though. Queenix will have the bomb, but that's not enough. It's got to be Cabby. 1v3. And he's smoked off as well. Cabby, this is getting very desperate. Taking damage through. Molotov out. He's got to go forward, but the flames will burn him alive. 13 rounds for HONORIS. Domination on Ancient. This is quite the lead for HONORIS. This is quite the mountain for ECSTATIC to try and climb. It's their own pick of Ancient, but well, we're maybe seeing why they didn't play it yesterday here, Alan.
but they should be. The stats say they're good on Ancient.
They
The
do.
stats say it's a home turf. It's a good place to fall back on. But this would take a miracle, and HONORIS look amazing so far. I can't see any world back into this.
maNkz, Queenix, they get a couple of kills. It starts with this pistol, and it's looking all right. Queenix under pressure, but he's got a teammate there for the alley. Oop. This bomb's not planted yet. Same me limps to the finish line of that plant. Punches in the numbers in time, and Sobol's been incredible. Sobol, can he do it again? Just a Glock now, and they're tapping onto the defuse. Plenty of time for it. 2 players for him to get through. Flash, an act of desperation perhaps, and the bomb is going to be defused with him unable to do anything to stop it.
Okay. Whew.
I think if you're just joining us now, this scoreline might need a little bit of a summary. And so if I can distill the first half as much as possible, there were 2 big factors, which was that Sobol was unkillable and lunAtic was unkillable through like the first 12 rounds or something insane. They just were sight anchors on either side of the map, dominating. Then you just coupled in that everyone else was playing well on HONORIS, and ECSTATIC were a little flat on some of their executes, and you get the situation we're in. But huge credit to HONORIS. They played that first half to perfection. Even situations where it seems like things were getting away, they would somehow just demolish.
I'm not sure Queenix has the gun. I'm not sure he has the gun.
Yeah.
MP9 on the boost. Unchecked by Sobol. Bit of damage on the remaining players, but Salazar's got a lot to do now, and he's alone. Look at the other players. They're in a different postcode, and he hits the deck. Oh, no.
That could be the map. That could be the map. There's just not a lot of rounds to spare. This retake, it's a little bit of an act of desperation. You might even just avoid it if you're in a better circumstance. maNkz gets one, but Kraken dropped. Means there's strong control here. And it all falls to Cabby. He's got the gun for the operation, but he's not got the fight. 14 on the board. HONORIS win the force buy. I don't know that ECSTATIC get another chance at this.
There's no wiggle room now. They have no money. 1,500 on most of the players. Queenix back on the MP9. There's going to be no rifles. Nades will be so limited. Oh my lord. They have dropped the ball. ECSTATIC. I mean, the road back into this game was always going to be, crazy difficult. But at least there might have been some redemption. At least play some gun rounds before you go into the second map. Your opponent's map pick of Inferno, and they seem to have lost that opportunity already. Or not?
Wow. All right. Okay. All right. I'm back in. I'm back in, Alan. I'm
excited. Use that spray down on
Look
the
at this
last
push.
round.
Look at where the bomb is. Look at this push. A main. Oh, they're gonna find it. They're gonna find the C4. This is getting real weird. HONORIS haven't sent anybody back to retrieve it. Turn right. Turn right, Queenix.
No.
Queenix, look for the C. Kraken, check.
Kraken.
Check. Oh, they don't know. They don't. They've just walked right past the tiny object that would lead to their salvation. Instead, they're going to fight. No. Instead, they're going to fight, and Sobol's going to take out 2. Oh, no. The flank dismantled. Now the bomb can be retrieved. Oh, ECSTATIC. Oh, they can't get any lucky breaks.
Calm down. It's still got a man advantage.
They do.
It's still got a man advantage.
They do, but these players are isolated. And based on the way this map is gone, I just can't see this. Oh, there's no kit. There's a smoke. There's a smoke. There's bomb to plant. Can't be denied. Reiko. Pressing forward and towards Donut. He wants to isolate one of these fights. This is the right idea. You take it into 1v1s. You avoid the situation with the numbers. But he's not going to win it. ECSTATIC live to fight another day somehow, some way. They still managed to pull off this round here, Alan. I have whiplash.
I can't believe it. That push through for the bomb. And I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. It's been a bizarre game.
Ooh. Ten rounds, still the hill that they need to climb. There could be no mistakes. There could be no wobbles. There could be no errors. And there's still lots of threat in this round as well. HONORIS recognize that if they can win here, Map point will be a gimme. Cap B finds the first, but maNkz is lost. Trying to get out of the smoke. A bit risky here, and that's so much aggression from Reiko. The timing of Salazar's flash saves a life. Cabby surviving, thriving. Fatigue flying in. This is crazy pace. And it will buy just enough space for lunAtic to plant this bomb, but there's no world where he's getting away from this one. Honestly, if ECSTATIC can, even if they don't win this map, if they can build up some rounds and maybe get Salazar activated, won't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It'd be just nice to see them play some Counter-Strike. I mean, that was... that first half was just absolutely brutal, and I'm at least after the reset in the second in this one, they're getting a bit of an opportunity. Salazar, yeah, let's get him on the move. He was so proactive yesterday. I mean, well, he's getting more of a passive player overall, but he was always in the right place at the right time. That's what I want to see. See Salazar up to speed, using the best name on the server, get some results.
Cabby. Detecting presence. maNkz trying to swing into this. They're being very aggressive, very proactive. That's going to work out to the tune of 2 kills and full control outside of B main. So this round, very effective. Reiko never even gets a chance to get started. Still keeping up our quick pace here, Alan. These rounds, lightning fast.
How long have we been going? We've been going about
36 minutes.
30 minutes for 21 rounds with some tack timeouts, with half swap, 3 minutes, ad break.
Yep.
This
Probably
is
averaging about a minute a round, I think.
Yeah. I mean, a standard 1 hour is pretty fast for a Counter-Strike game.
These days,
day
yeah.
and age. Especially, well, for EU at least. Asia is a lot of fun, Mike. I know you don't get to cover it much, but the games are so fast. Everybody just runs. There's no baiting nades on ecos. You're straight in there.
Interesting setup for ECSTATIC. They have no control towards Donut.
It's hard to lean B as well because you suffer so much lack of mid presence and information. That's why Donut's so good, is because you can see the cross and you know if they're through on the window side. So it looks nice in the moment, but as you're kind of hinting at, if they don't actually commit out A, it can get really scary, the setup. It's hard to get information off the back of it.
Donut smoke? I don't actually even know if anyone's close enough to hear that. It's very passive hold from ECSTATIC. Unusual from what we're used to seeing from them. Timing on that red room smoke is valuable. But I think it's just going to stall things out. 45 seconds. This presumably has to finish A with your A main presence. So smoke on in there means they're going to be lured in towards Donut. And now pressure is going to start to be on. When do ECSTATIC start to shift this setup? They've got vision B main. They see nothing. They've got no utility this side of the map. Salazar, all the pressure's on. He's got to connect. He's missed the first shot.
Oh my god,
Baited out of it. They've lost mid. Salazar, he's going to connect one, but he's lost his teammate. And they have to kill Taz, even just to get the possibility to rotate. They've lost the ult, but the bomb's now down. It's ticking away. Advantage HONORIS in every way, shape, and form, and both these CTs coming from the same angle. Money will justify this play, regardless of what happens here. So they have to move. They have to take the chance, the possibility of a round win, but it's so much pressure on maNkz and Cabby rising to the equation. Time's now the issue. To get on this defuse, they've got a smoke. They've got a molly. Smoke down. Molly past it. maNkz just kills him. And there we go. ECSTATIC pull this round out of the fire.
Where did that come from? I almost thought they were going to save a one. Well, obviously not with the scoreline, but had an AWP posted on Temple. We had one side, we had one Donut trying to take contact for that play on the site. And how did we end up taking so many one-on-ones? A little bit bizarre. First time out in for HONORIS is we've seen a couple of cracks in the last few rounds, and their money is right on the precipice. Given the amount of runway they've got, I think I'd prefer a half buy here. I don't think you should be taking any risks. And hopefully, is Lord coaching? Or am I going mad? Whoever's coaching, hopefully they're chiming in saying, let's play the long game.
Vins.
Vins.
Is their coach. Neo's listed as their substitute. That's fun.
Why did I think Lord was He's Lord coaching.
I think he was coaching this roster like a millennia ago. I'm sure he's... We've got our ear to the Polish scene. Was previously coaching Wisla Krakow. Now I think he's coaching Entropic.
The new Entropic, yeah.
The new Entropic with Snatchy.
Flashes to come. It's just the half buy, but this could get a little bit frisky if Cabby can't connect. It's a little bit laboured. Traded in the end, but maNkz seems to be a little bit more stable. Kraken's on site, and crisis averted.
All right, okay, we got a game here, Alan. 6 rounds in a row, CT side advantage. It's not an impossibility. It was funny. This map wobbled so hard towards the T's after the spawn adjustment. But then I think people figured out how to actually set up the utility to deny that really early control for the T's and how to adjust to having a bit more of a threat in towards mid. And so we've seen it swing back to... It's still a lot more balanced than it once was. It's a very good map, I think, right now. But it's not the fight fest that we had for about a month.
Mike confirms Ancient is the best map in the pool.
I don't know about best map, but I like it a lot. I like it.
It's entertaining. It wasn't as much fun to coach. It felt a bit limited. And you're always taking a big risk. Cut the risk out from ECSTATIC. Double B ramp. Push flashes in. Raiko needs to be careful. Ducks himself into... Yeah, if they knew 2 players are out, they would accelerate A. But for the moment, I don't think he knows about this player close in the cubby. Does now.
So much is going to matter about Salazar. That's a massive frag to find. Because if he misses the first shot, he dies to one of them, guaranteed. And instead, he pushes them back, denies that mid control. It is going to funnel them in towards A, which means pressure on for Kraken and Greenix. And, oh, they're not up to it. They're not up to it. Bomb down. This could be it. This could be the round that cracks through HONORIS onto that point. Again, money justifies it to such an extent that ECSTATIC will try this.
Check out Sobol. Double lurk. Well,
this is really interesting. They're going to come in late. Sobol's trying to get through here in towards mid. maNkz takes the first. Trade, not on. Not on. Salazar lives somehow, but the flashbang is brutal. And now, Cabby is just running out of clock to do this. And lunAtic will have no mercy. Another 4K for lunAtic.
Oh, he saved them there. When they had 2 players flanking, their Donut was their only afterplant. And if he dies on the bomb site, 1 smoke, Donut's out of the mix. And a sticker come through. HONORIS, it's been a little bit laboured in the last few, but they're back at it now. 15 and 7 chances to get this map done before it gets any closer.
Flying around. Taz collecting the first, looking for the second as well. All right, Taz rolling back the years here. He won't escape, but he has more than earned his money in this round. Now, seems like they're going to be bringing the pressure in towards the B site. Adjustment at least is coming through, and maNkz catches Reiko getting a little cheeky. Still, though, when the utility comes over, this is going to be tough. Or Sammy will just kill maNkz ahead of that. Why not? Cabby, the trade, needs more. Not got it. A 1v2 for Salazar. Been a very quiet map for him. Here would be a heck of a time to step up, and he's not got the op to do so. Bomb down. Salazar. Creeping around the corner. They don't have any information about which way he's coming from. That's the one element in his favor. The element of surprise, but lunAtic's looking. Oh, he turns away at just the wrong moment. The read is on, and Salazar somehow, some way, pulls this off just clean with the rifling. They live to fight another day.
Onwards and upwards. It's such a shame they couldn't win some of those afterplants in the first half.
Yeah.
And they left themselves in this position where we're just playing for consolation rounds at the moment, because these last few have been really fun, really exciting, much more aggressive. And who knows? It's a real shame, because I don't think they can pull this off. It's still too many in a row.
Doesn't make things spicier, though. As we get ready for the rest of this series. Reminder, folks, this is just the first map. It's a whole series here. Taz. Fumbling with the bottle. He will have to concede this mid presence, but I think is very fortunate to get out without more damage on Reiko. Reiko finds a freebie. Last bullet of his spray just happens to connect on a head. I think after this one, he needs to go hit the casino. Little luck coming his way.
4-man group, and ECSTATIC's made the call to check mid at just the wrong time. It's just Cabby. He's got no nades. Kragan is sprinting. Thank God he's back in time. But they've got no utility to offer up in defense. There's a lot of nades, especially on lunAtic still. If these are well placed, it's such a hard hold for these two players.
Boost up coming through. No one's watching this. It is clear. I mean, it's the full buddy system for ECSTATIC, right? They have no mid presence. They've left these two sites on an island. For all they know, there's a player in spawn right now. They would have no idea. Fortunately for them, that's not the case. The take is going to come to bear. Here's the flashbangs. They're on, but the kills following. Pressure on to Kragan. He needs to hold the line. He can do no such thing. A 2v4 now required. As again, HONORIS get into a situation where everything should favor them. We've had some improbable comebacks into these rounds for ECSTATIC, but this one seems like the biggest ask yet. Both coming from the same angle as well. They've got no flank. They've got no other idea. There's no element of surprise in this one. Molotov should burn out Taz, but the swing is there from Sammy, so 1-for-1 it goes, and Salazar the next to fall. HONORIS in control the whole way through there. ECSTATIC at least get the chance to mount a fight on their own map pick, but that was domination out from the Polish squad.
Yeah, and HONORIS, they beat Flames, they've beaten Forza, and of course ECSTATIC. Maybe we didn't expect them to be here in the upper bracket final, but they earned it by virtue. They played the best Counter-Strike of those upper bracket teams, so it's not like HONORIS are getting an easy route, and they've just absolutely smacked them on their own map pick. 13 round CT.